Hi, everybody. Thanks for waiting. I thought it was really important to do a live session today because there's so much fire and fury going around about the American election. And I thought perhaps us all coming together and doing an intention together might calm things down. So I want to talk to you, as I have before, about the power of a large intention to allow the heart to leap across the fence. As you know, I've been involved with now about 36 intention experiments, 32 of which have shown measurable, positive, mostly significant effects. The most recent was an intention to help with the rebuilding of Beirut. And we found really extraordinary results when we used equipment in 3 different locations. India, Dubai, and Russia. We had the devices created by the Russian physicist Konstantin Korotkov that are amazing devices that can pick up highly sensitive changes in the environment around the equipment. So any emotional changes register. And I've been experimenting with this with Dr. Korotkov in a variety of settings. We've used his equipment to measure, for instance, the effects before and after intention. When individuals are sent intention by a group, and we've found an amazing lowering of stress in those individuals. We've also been using this. We did an amazing water experiment in 2017 where my audience and I were in Miami, and the device was sitting in a lab in St. Petersburg, Russia. And nevertheless, we showed a highly significant effect on that equipment when we were sending intention to it thousands of miles away. So this time with this experiment, we decided to take it one step further. We would have the audience focus on Beirut, but look at a photo of the equipment in Russia and see if we had an effect. And sure enough, we did a big, significant change in that machine the moment we started intention. And I should tell you, the scientists did not know when our intention was going to start. Dr. Korotkov was not paying attention to this. He just turned on his equipment an hour or two before and just let it run. And it was only after he had tabulated his results that I told him when our intention started. So that is more evidence that we continue to gather that there's a psychic internet that gets created, a psychic internet that heals all around, but most particularly, and this is the big thing that I've noticed, and I've been able to document, in the hearts of the participants. Once again, as with all of our big intention experiments, asking for lowering of peace or rebuilding an area like the Middle East, we've demonstrated that the biggest effect of all occurs in the hearts of the participants, that there is a healing thing that radiates out from them and their lives become more peaceful. We found, and I surveyed the people after this Beirut experiment, and once again, we had stories of people making up with their relatives, of healing relationships with their adult children, being more in love with everyone they come in contact with, getting along better with their coworkers. And I always wait about a month after the experiment, and in this case, the experiment was September 21st, before asking for people to fill out a survey. So we get a chance to see if anything has developed in their lives, anything has changed as a result or after them doing this intention experiment. And once again, we did. And we also recorded people feeling extraordinary, almost mystical effects of being part of this group intention. So we see this is more and more and more powerful. So this is where it could fit in with an American election. you can't heal what's going on with necessarily with some of the main characters of this drama. But what we can do is heal our hearts and allow that to radiate out. The other thing that is really important in this mass intention is the effect, the ripple effect that each of us has. So we can hold intentions, and I've seen group intentions lower violence in the most violent places in America, like St. Louis, Missouri, the object of one of our intentions a few years ago, where everywhere around it continued to have the same level of violence and actually an increased level of violence, except for the object of our intention, which went down by 43%. So we can affect violence, we can create peace, and we can also create peace in our hearts. And one of the biggest effects of all, and this is not to be sneered at, one of the biggest effects of all is the ability of the heart of the intenders to leap across the fence. I've seen this over and over again in intentions in the Middle East, which had American and Arab participants, but all intending for the anniversary of 9/11, and both sides coming together and sending love to each other. I've seen it between Israelis and Arabs. I've seen it between Israelis, Arabs, and Americans, people sending love and intention to each other. So what we want to do this time is to send intention coming together, sending intention for a peaceful transition, whatever that is. So I'm going to ask you today to take your politics out of this intention. We're not intending for Democrats, we're not intending for Republicans, we're intending for a peaceful, unified transition. And watch what happens to you in the days after this intention. What happens to you and your relationships with people who are not of your same political party? Of course, I'm talking to Americans, but this could be true anywhere around the globe. And of course, what we've seen in some of our studies looking at this, studies carried out at the University of California at Berkeley, they have shown that when somebody engages in a compassionate act, even a compassionate thought, even when viewing pictures, for instance, of starving children, something changes in that individual. It ignites the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in the body that starts at the neck, winds its way through all the major organs, and is involved in the release of oxytocin, the love hormone. What has been demonstrated is when we engage in even a compassionate thought, we activate a whole system in our bodies that allows us to connect with people who are not like us, makes us friendlier toward the other. So this is a really important mechanism, a vital mechanism for what we're going to be doing today and what we're going to be intending for and what we need in America going forward in the next weeks and months. So I want you to hold this intention with me and then write down how you feel about members of the other party now. Has anything changed? Are you feeling more compassionate? Are you feeling closer to them? Are you feeling that your heart has leapt across the fence? And I want to emphasize that I have followers who are both Republicans and Democrats. I have followers that are both Democrats and Republicans, and everyone is welcome in my church. So I want us all to intend together without fear or favor, without party right now. What we're intending for is a united America, a peaceful transition, and a connection with an end to this ongoing polarization. So please get comfortable while we hold on to this specific intention. Okay, what we're going to intend for is the following. Our intention today is for a peaceful and unified transition as a result of our recent American election, with an end to polarization among the American electorate. So get comfy in your chair. Take a few deep breaths with me. Let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. A deep inhale and a deep exhale. A deep inhale and deep exhale. Feel the energy between us starting to grow as we connect. And now on this inhalation, let's hold this intention together. Our intention today is for a peaceful and unified transition as a result of our recent American election, with an end to polarization among the American electorate. So let's hold on to that intention. Bring it down to your hearts. See and allow yourself to visualize peace. Allow yourself to visualize there are no more riots, there is no more violence, there is an acceptance, there is a transition, there is a healing among both sides, that no matter how you voted, no matter what you voted, we come together as one. So keep that view in your heart as you send it out, and you imagine in your mind hugging members of the other political party, holding on to this feeling of love in your heart, allowing yourself to feel compassion and unity for the other. And let's just hold this together for a few moments. Our intention today is for a peaceful and unified transition as a result of our recent American election, with an end to polarization among the American electorate. Hold on to this. See it in your heart. Feel it. Feel it in every pore of your body. Allow yourself to feel that moment of elation when you see the country coming together, people connecting, people ending polarization, ending this kind of political warfare, and coming together for the good of all. And let's hold that together. Feel the energy and the connection of everybody on this call. Feel the power. Feel it in your body. The power of our psychic internet. Okay, let go of that intention, trust the process, and in your own time, come back onto this call. Okay, everybody, feel free to write down what you saw and felt. Feel free to write down what you plan to do if anything in your heart has changed. And feel free to write down after this little webcast anything that's changed. Anything that's changed for you when you've interacted with somebody who is not like you, who has different political beliefs. See what has happened in your heart and in your life. And also, let's look together to see what our intention has done. Group intention is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. I've seen it thousands of times. I've seen things and people get healed in an instant. Events change overnight. So let's trust the power and see what happens. Now, before I leave you, I just want to tell you about something really special going on tomorrow and over the weekend. We're all worried about our health right now with the current pandemic, and that's why my organization got together with the other work I do on natural health. And we've put together an amazing show called the Get Well Show. It's 4 days of 48 speakers talking about healing mechanisms, holistic ways to heal every possible kind of illness, everything from chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia to spinal problems to autoimmune disease and diabetes and gut problems and parasites and candida and you name it, to serious or chronic illness, mental issues, children's issues, everything from reversing autism to reversing ADHD, and even children with physical impairments can learn, their parents can learn things they can do to heal. And we've got amazing exhibitors on an incredible platform that isn't just a bunch of recorded speakers like any other summit. This is a live and interactive show where you can actually ask questions of some of the speakers, visit the stands, find out about incredible products for detoxing and more, bioresonance devices, uh, things to protect you from 5G and EMFs, and much more. So check it out on the Get Well show, and it's getwell.solutions. And one of the most exciting things we're going to be doing is a big COVID panel on Sunday with 3 holistic practitioners who have solid evidence and big case studies of healing patients or preventing cases of COVID-19, but healing patients with even the worst COVID-19 illnesses. So I'm really proud of this event. It's really quite amazing. I'm looking forward to it myself. But you can get countless tips about how to get well and how to stay well. And the biggest message we have of all is probably the message that I try to convey in just about everything I do, which is never give up hope. There's always hope. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to what you've written about how you felt, and I hope to see you again. Take care. And that is getwell.solutions. Please do check it out. Take care now. Bye.